What is going on, guys? I'm a professional dating coach specializing in dating apps, and in this video, I'm gonna let you know which dating apps, if any, are worth paying for. I drop brand new videos and dating tips every week, so if you're new to the channel and you haven't yet, please consider subscribing and liking this video to support me in the algorithm. But with all that, let's get into it. Now, because I'm in Canada, I'm gonna be focusing specifically on the top 3 dating apps here in North America, which are Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge. And before I break down these apps specifically, there'll be a lot of value in breaking down the economics of dating apps to provide good context as to why I'm gonna give you the opinion I do give in this video. Dating apps are by far one of the most profitable online industries in the world today. Not only is revenue growing year over year in this industry, but the user base continues to accelerate on dating apps. But this user base is not representative of the general population. The overwhelming majority are male, representing over 70% of the users on dating apps, where around 30% are female. This makes it far less likely that a woman will see the average man's online dating profile strictly from a numbers standpoint. Quite frankly, there's just too many men compared to the women. And unless they're swiping all day long, the odds are that they're probably not going to run into your profile anytime soon. So with that fact in mind, dating apps have marketed themselves brilliantly to men. They've convinced us that this discrepancy is the reason that they're not getting likes and matches, and that paying for premium features will fix this problem. But it simply isn't true. Here's why. Because there's so few women on dating apps, they need to give women an incentive to stay active. So dating apps like Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge only show women the profiles that they're most likely to match with. This is why average women are getting thousands of likes and matches on dating apps, while the average man is left with none. Now, all of this validation keeps women using dating apps, but it comes at a cost. Women have become the product that dating apps are selling. And they've convinced men that they don't have a shot of matching with these women unless they pay up. I found a video on TikTok that perfectly illustrates this point.
Okay, I just started Hinge 3 days ago, and this is how many notifications I have.
Don't mind me eating popcorn. It just emphasizes the point even more. So she had, what, 1,400 notifications on Hinge. I decided to get back into the dating world and make my Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge profiles after being broken up with in September. I thought this was a good time. And I spent, $90 on Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge so that way people could see my profiles. After 3 weeks, I got 0 fucking likes.
Wow.
I have no notifications. I spent $90 on Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge, and I got fucking nothing. I deleted my profiles this morning because I can't even pay to be wanted, and she gets that many.
Bitch, I'm adorable.
No, I'm not.
Hey, at least he has a good sense of humor about it. So this guy's reacting to another girl's TikTok where she's showing that she got thousands of likes on Hinge in a matter of days, but he can't even pay for women to give him 1 like. He spent $90 on dating apps and literally got nothing to show for it. And I feel bad for this guy because so many men just like him have fallen for this trap. They've been convinced by these dating apps that they can pay for likes and matches. And while yes, you can pay to get your profile put in front of more women, you can't pay for them to swipe right on your profile and match with you. And this is where so many men have been misled. Remember, these dating apps are only really showing women the profiles that they're most likely to match with. So if you're not getting likes and matches to begin with on dating apps, it's a sign that you need to improve your profile before you go out and spend money putting that profile in front of the masses. Think about it this way. If you wanted your dream job at Google and someone came to you and said, hey, give me $90 and I'll get your resume on the desk of Google's CEO. Sounds like a really good deal. Like, I would buy that. But if your resume is poorly formatted, full of spelling and grammar errors, lacks the qualifications and experience that meet the minimum requirements of people they typically hire at Google, yeah, the CEO has it on his desk, and that CEO is going to crumple it up and throw it in the recycling bin faster than you can believe. And that's why I wanted to break down the economics of dating apps before answering the question of which dating apps are worth paying for. Because the answer is, it really depends. If your profile is already pretty strong, you're getting a few likes, you're getting a few matches pretty consistently, and you're looking for tools to more efficiently sift through your matches and have a better shot with higher quality women on these dating apps, it might be worth considering a premium subscription at that point. But if your profile isn't working, if you're not getting matches and likes to begin with, it's a sign that your profile probably has some common mistakes and needs to be tightened up before you pay to put it in the spotlight. So if that sounds like you, I've got a ton of free resources here on YouTube that should give you a really good understanding of the common mistakes most men are making on their Tinder profile, how to fix them, and how to optimize your profile. If you're a little more serious about leveling up on dating apps and you want one-on-one advice to help your profile get more likes and more matches organically, feel free to check out the coaching link I've put down in the description of this video. But with all that said, the rest of this video will cover those guys who are in situation number one. You're getting some likes, you're getting some matches pretty consistently on dating apps, but you're ready to level up a little bit. You want those advanced tools to sift through matches more efficiently and open up the floodgates a little bit. I got you. Now, all three of these dating apps come at different price points and offer different features for those price points. So let's break it down one app at a time. First off, we've got the least expensive option, which is Tinder. So here in Canada, Tinder Gold is $20 a month. And what that gets you access to is not only unlimited swipes, so you can really open the floodgates as far as how many girls you can swipe on, but it also offers Tinder Passport in case you're doing some traveling and want to set up some dates in advance. And probably the most important feature, it shows you which girls have liked you already. If you're already getting a bunch of matches and you can see that a lot of girls are liking you on Tinder, this is a really good feature to just quickly sift through and see which girls have liked you that you're already interested in and which ones you're not really that interested in. As someone with 99 plus likes on Tinder, this is a feature that I found extremely convenient. Without Tinder Gold, I found myself spending a lot of time swiping left and right, trying to figure out which girls are matching with me and which ones weren't. This absolutely streamlined that process and made it much more efficient. So I really recommend that feature. Tinder Passport is also a really cool feature, and I've done a whole series of videos on that on this channel. If you're someone who finds yourself traveling for work, for pleasure, for whatever reason, Tinder Passport is definitely something that you'll want in your arsenal. Now, Tinder Gold also gives you some other features like infinite super likes, which personally I don't really use that much. I feel like you're kind of telling women that you're putting them on a pedestal by super liking them, so I try to avoid it. And it also offers boosts, which quite frankly aren't something that I really use all the time, but I feel like I should use more often because it is a really strong feature to put your profile in the spotlight. But that's kind of the beauty of Tinder Gold. It gives you access to so many different features. It really is pretty good bang for your buck. And if you're a guy who's getting pretty consistent likes and matches on Tinder, I definitely do recommend Tinder Gold is worth the $20 a month. All right, so next up, we've got the second most expensive dating app to buy premium for, and that is Bumble. So Bumble Premium comes in at $33.99 a month. They also offer a 24-hour package, which I just find really hilarious. But for $33.99 a month, Bumble Premium gets you a ton of features very similar to Tinder Gold. It gives you unlimited swiping capabilities. It shows you the beeline, which is basically their version of showing you which girls have already liked you. It also gives you travel mode, which is very similar to Tinder Passport. It allows you to use Bumble without any restraints or restrictions, which is pretty nice. And it also unlocks incognito mode, which basically means no one sees your profile until you swipe right on them, which is basically built for people who are cheating on their significant other. So a little unethical on Bumble's end for putting that feature out, but nonetheless, it is included in Bumble Premium. Now, is an extra $14 on top of what Tinder Gold charges worth it for Bumble Premium? Well, that would really come down to, is Bumble a better dating app? Does it have a better dating pool on it? And for a while, that was the case. Like back in 2020, Bumble was absolutely fire. But if you saw my video about which dating app is the best in 2022, I basically explained how Hinge is where people who want something a little more serious go, and Tinder is where people who want a fun, casual fling go. The people on Bumble are people who are stuck in the middle and don't really know what they want. They're not really that intentional. And I found that the most time wasters are on Bumble. So would I recommend paying an extra $14 for Bumble Premium? No. Quite frankly, if it was the same price as Tinder Gold, I wouldn't even recommend buying it at that price. This is something that I would definitely stay away from in 2022. The whole point of paying for premium services on a dating app is to unlock the capabilities to quickly and efficiently rack up dates. But if you're paying for access to a pool of matches that don't really have any intentions of going on dates, you're wasting your money. Last but certainly not least, we'll go to the most expensive of the premium options, which is Hinge, coming in at a whopping $33.99 a month. And by the way, we talked earlier about the marketing of these dating apps. Look at the wording of this. Preferred members get twice as many dates. One thing that the fine print doesn't mention is that 2 times 0 is still 0. Let's get into what the preferred membership on Hinge offers. So first off, it lets you see everyone who's liked you. Now this is kind of funny because Hinge already does let you see everyone who's liked you, but if you don't pay for it, they're all blurred out and you have to go through them one at a time. By paying for a preferred membership on Hinge, all of those blurry profiles go away and you can kind of pick and choose a little more seamlessly. So if you are getting a ton of likes on Hinge, it's probably more worth it. But for the average guy, that's probably not really an issue. Like if you're in the top 10% of guys on Hinge, you're probably getting like 10 likes a day. It's not really that hard to sift through. Beyond just getting to see who likes you on Hinge, Hinge also allows you to have unlimited likes with their preferred membership. Now, I know this is a pretty standard feature across all of these premium services, but I think for Hinge, this is probably the biggest feature that does stand out to me. And that's because Hinge only lets you like 8 people a day, which is astronomically lower than what the other dating apps allow. The preferred membership also allows you to send more roses, but again, I don't really like the idea of pedestalizing someone and sending them a rose or a super like before we've even chatted. I think it kind of kills the seller-buyer dynamic when you are chatting them up in the messages and really shoots down your chances of actually scoring a date with them. I think the real value of a preferred Hinge membership is in the unlimited likes. And not only because you can only send 8 a day, which is really low, but because from what I've seen, Hinge has some of the highest quality profiles across all of the dating apps that I've mentioned in this video. Now, is that worth paying $40 a month for? If you're already getting likes on Hinge to begin with, and this just basically gives you the ability to send out hundreds of likes a day, you're probably gonna build up a huge roster pretty quickly, I'm not gonna lie. But if you look at the free version of Hinge alone, it's already like really jam-packed with solid features to begin with. Think about it, Hinge already shows you the people who've swiped right on you without paying. Every like is technically a super like on Hinge because when you send a girl a like, it shows her that you liked her. And Hinge also allows you to change your location whenever you want. So the fact that the free version of Hinge already has like all of the paid features of the other 2 dating apps kind of put the free version of Hinge on the same level as the paid version of Tinder and Bumble. Is it worth paying for any dating apps in 2022? If you're using Hinge, honestly, probably not. You can do just fine using the free version of Hinge and not paying for Premium, Bumble, and Tinder Gold. Personally, what works the best for me and what I would recommend is being on all 3 apps, taking Bumble the least seriously, buying Tinder Gold, and using the free version of Hinge. Online dating is a numbers game, and that's what I recommend for you guys to find the best results as far as just yielding the highest number of likes and matches. Feels good to exhale because that video was absolutely jam-packed with so much information, but I'm glad you guys made it through to the very end. If you did, make sure you pound that like button, hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.